What's going on, pickers and gritters? Tom here today. We're looking at something I think a little bit more of like a forgotten play style in the guitar world. You got a lot of the shredders out there doing their thing. You got a lot of the chicken pickers doing their thing. And something that's kind of been lost along the way, you don't hear a lot of this, is the classic Billy Gibbons sound, the classic Dickie Betts sound, the classic Ed King sound from Lynyrd Skynyrd. And it's this whole idea of singing with your guitar. So fast notes, you don't get a whole lot of sing. But then when we look at like singing, it's like your guitar is a voice. And one of the things I've modeled my playing after is this idea that the guitar is a voice. Instead of thinking about a whole lot of notes, yeah, it's great to be able to play fast, but the most memorable solos often are the ones that don't have a whole lot of notes. It's more that they're hanging on to notes. I think about like Clapton and Cream. Oh, you just hear that. Those notes, those bends ringing out so clean. And I could talk about this all day long, but if you can start thinking about sliding into bends and thinking about using the pentatonic scale as what you could slide into and where you could bend. So you think about where you can bend, but then you find other ways to bend to certain notes. Gives you a different flavor. And one of the classic techniques of Ed King, really influenced me on this, was when he bends, sometimes he'd bend on a regular note, like that, but then and doing quirks like that turns something where you could play a pentatonic run. And you can start doing these little groovy saxophone-like. And a little pinch harmonic. And Billy Gibbons is really known for that. And then in one of his songs got a huge bend. I'm just doing some basic runs, so on default, I'll play a little bend with the B. And then when I do something like that, pretty much a basic pentatonic run. Changes things up quite a bit, doesn't it? And some other things that I think about, like with Dickie Betts. Oh. Laying some stank into those bends. So the second position of the pentatonic scale right there. Yeah, right off the C. Those cliffhanger notes. Oh, I did a little saxophone thing right there. This whole technique revolves around being more experimental and open to trying different notes on the neck and bending to certain notes. So And then laying into bends. And don't be afraid to let the bend go out. Let the bend do the work. And you can be fast when you want to, but let those bends sing a little bit. And some more Dickie Betts type stuff, he does that. I just love when you got these overbends. Okay, so let's go back to Ed King for a second. Just kind of thinking about, there's a video online, you type in Ed King, and then you'll see him playing, I think it's at Carter's Vintage Guitars. He's got this little Les Paul, and he's just sitting there picking like this. He's just doing all these clip-hanging bends. Oh yeah, and then he even did some funky stuff that was really unique with some chords. It's kind of jazzy, bluesy because of these bends, and there's not really much theory to it. There isn't a whole lot of theory. It's just that you don't hear it a lot today. Yeah. Okay, Paul Kossoff, even then. There's another style that fits in with these guys. You gotta play it before we do any Paul Kossoff. You gotta do that lick, but that. It's so soulful. Kind of going on with that whole soulful bending, sliding, and the sliding is singing. And even these soft double stops, nice and soft. Not a whole lot of work. And then the vibrato. You gotta put on the face. Oh, forgotten. Where have we gone to with guitar? These were like the dream days of guitar. This is why everybody buys a 59 Les Paul. Because these sounds right here, they don't buy it to hear a bunch of fast stuff. I mean, it sounds cool, but they buy it to hear it sing. Anyway, I had this just idea of just rolling off of that D right there. Right there. And sliding into a D minor. Just doing that whole thing down the neck. This thing that sounds so tasty. It's like almost like you're playing slide and lead at the same time. And that's another thing I love about Eric Clapton too. And he's got that type of same saxophone-esque play style. Oh yeah, go and wrap this A minor here. Oh, it's so saxophone-y. Oh, hanger. And then watch this. I mean, I like to do that. That's probably my additive, but I just love the feel. And you kind of be lazy with the bends and let it drag. Snappy. Oh, dreamy. Oh yeah. A lot of the greats letting the guitar do the work, let the hands. You literally sit on your front porch and drool hearing these tones. Lastly, let's just end with some Dickie Betts and some of that. Oh, where is it? Oh, hey, thanks for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in a future one.